Okay. Exilus, what can you... Hamawita's got one hole. What are you going to swap him with?
With 1/4.
What have you got in your hand?
1/2.
So what's 1/2 called? 1/2, or there's another name for it?
1/2.
1/2. Excellent. Is that a fair swap? Is that the same?
Yes.
Right, Hamawita, you happy to swap? Okay. Right. Chris, Exilus has one hole. You need to find some fractions that are going to give him the same amount if you trade. So Exilus can put it down and he can help you. How many of those does he need?
3.
What fraction is that?
He can give me all 3 of 1, 3 to swap for the 1.
Okay. Right, is that called 1/3 though, that fraction?
Yes. No.
Look at the fraction.
1/4.
No, not quite. 1/3. Okay, right, okay, Chris, swap them with Exilus. Now, Danielle, what are you going to swap Chris with?
1/4.
Is that going to be enough?
1/4.
Right, let's measure it up against one hole and see.
No, don't tell me.
Exilus, that's Chris's. For now.
She needs only 4.
Yep, and what fraction has she got?
1/4.
1/4, or what's another name for 1/4?
1/4.
Perfect, Exilus, well done. Okay.
So we all
Right.
got the same.
Hamawita, you need to swap your halves for the ones that are in the pile in the middle. And then you need to swap with Danielle.
Go for the blues. Go for the blues. Or these ones.
Make sure there's only 10. I think there might be one extra, so just count, because I think we've got one extra from another set.
We'll need only 1
Okay. Right, so
all still got
do you
the
think
same.
that's... Is it still the same?
No, but how many got one more? Wait.
Well, let's all measure them up on this. Let's all measure them up. Put the one at the top. Right, Hamawita. You measure yours up first. Yep, do your halves first. Oh, we'll do halves first. So it's 1 out of 2 pieces, is it? When we cut it in half. Okay, go Exilus, put yours on. What fraction have you got?
1/3.
Is it the same amount? Is it the same as 1/2?
Yes.
Well, it's as 2 halves, sorry. Okay, Chris, put yours on. What fraction have you got?
1/4.
1/4. And what else do we call it? A
1/4.
quarter. All right. What fraction's that, Hamawita?
1/5.
Okay. How many pieces are there in 1/5?
5.
Perfect. Good boy. Do you want to grab the rest? Thanks, Chris.
9.
Can I ask you a question? Is 1/3 bigger than 1/4?
No.
Have a look at the pieces.
1/4.
So this is 1/4.
That's 1/4.
Yep, 1/4. Is 1/3 bigger or smaller?
No, it's bigger.
1/3 is bigger. See, look at it.
You just need to add one of these in.
If you had a choice, and if you had a chocolate bar, would you rather share it with 3 people or 4 people?
4 people. Myself.
You'd rather share, if you had a chocolate bar to yourself and you had to share it between either 3 people or you had to share it with 4 people,
3 people.
why would you choose 3 people?
Because there might be not enough for...
Would you get more if there were only 3 people than 4 people? Would you get more to eat? You would.
Oh, wow.
So that's why, if you look here, this number 1, that's my chocolate bar.
How Oh, that's big.
Okay, it's a big chocolate bar. If there's only 2 of us, we get that much each.
So
If
you would have half each.
Yeah, that's right.
And you all would have half on me one.
If there's 3 people, we would get 1/3 each. So would it be better to share it with 2 people than it would be
if
3
you
people?
had 3 of them, it would have been better if you could have 1 each on them and give that one to your mum or dad. Miss Benji, it looks like the answers are
Yeah,
on
so
the
you'd
bottom.
share it with 3 people.
Miss Benji, it looks like the answers are on the
Is
bottom.
1/5 bigger than 1/3?
I think it's to the bottom.
Is 1/5 bigger than 1/3?
Yes.
Is it? Have a look. Would you rather share your chocolate bar with 5 people or with 3 people?
3 people. 5
Right,
people.
so what's bigger, Exilis? 1/3 or 1/5?
1/5.
It's still bigger. Have a look, Exilis, at 1/5. And then have a look at 1/3. Which one's bigger?
1/3.
Right, so would you rather share with 5 people or 3 people?
What are you doing? It's upside down.
Where's the rest? Who's sitting on the rest? Oh, you got them in your hand. Would you rather, what's bigger, 1/12 or 1/3?
1/3.
Yeah, that's right, Hamaweta, it is.
We need one more.
Yeah, we're missing the 12th. Hamaweta's been hiding them. Can you give them to everyone else?
Danielle, you might be sitting on some. No.
We are missing 1/12, I know that. Hamaweta, can you share them out so everyone can help? What?
Yeah, how many?
Oh, a pen.